we were discussing about how to use these techniques of meditation as a life skill. So this question is basically capturing how you saw it. Okay, I can end that poll. About 70% have clearly said it's very useful for the future in the life. I need another feedback. Let's this one. Two quick questions. If you would answer that as well. But it's a meditation we practiced once during our last session. We did a small meditation, if you remember. Okay. Okay. It seems that some are still to join, but anyway, the meditation we did last time is not loving kindness meditation. It is body posture, body scanning meditation. Some of you have answered loving kindness. It's wrong. So anyway, many have expressed the need to do it again. So let's start with that meditation again. Okay, body posture scanning, only 2 has answered, which means we have to repeat and really engage in the meditation. These polls will be used as attendance as well, so please participate in all the polls. Okay, so we'll quickly start with by repeating that meditation before we go to a new meditation today. Let's do it all together. This body posture scan meditation, we'll do together. It will take a small time. Okay, for the moment, initially this body posture meditation, you can practice with the eyes closed or half closed. But when you become familiar with it, you can do it with the eyes open. But for today, you can now close or half close your eyes. Stay with a comfortable posture. Let's start. Focus the attention on yourself, your body, and try to visualize the body posture at this moment. Am I sitting, standing, or is it the sleeping posture, or is it the walking posture? So in the sitting posture, body posture, let's now start feeling different parts of the body. So start visualizing your head. This is my head. This is the shape. Visualize the shape. Start feeling that area called the head. Now, the neck. Visualize the shape and start feeling the neck. Sensation from the neck you can focus. Then the two hands. Two hands. How are they placed at this moment? Visualize. Then check, do I feel left hand? Do I sense the right hand? Now the main part of the body.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
there
Tuja.
are some students who are unwilling to join this Zoom meeting, sir.
Sorry, Dulja, I could not hear. Can you repeat?
There are some students who can't join this Zoom meeting, sir. They are waiting outside. There may be error something.
Give me a minute, I'll check.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Dulja, it does not report to me. Says 23 participants have joined. Maybe they are trying to join with the wrong name or something. Moodle may be stopping them.
Is that okay? I'll ask them to.
No, not the Zoom is not stopping them actually. It's nobody in the waiting room. So it must be the Moodle. So ask them to join with their credentials.
Okay, sir, I'll ask.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Right, so we'll continue. Sorry for that little disturbance. So visualize the body, and then visualize the two legs. How are they being kept at this moment? Are they bent? To what extent? Just check, do I feel the two legs? Okay, now visualize everything again, the two legs, two hands, the main body, neck, and the head. Okay, so the present moment, awareness of the full body posture will be there now in your mind. Then we will start feeling small areas of the body. Just check, do I feel the very top of my head? Very top of my head, what is the feeling there? Then check the forehead, feeling there. And then check cheeks, nose, the upper lip, the lower lip, the chin. Feel the left ear and the right ear. What is the feeling at this present moment from the two ears? Then the back side of the neck. Then the front side of the neck, the throat area. Then left side of the neck and the right side of the neck. So by now, the whole neck and the head, I'm visualizing and I'm feeling those areas. Then the left shoulder, right shoulder, then the chest area, left side of the chest, right side of the chest, then the belly. Scan with your mind. Then the back side, upper half, the shoulder area, then the lower half. Left hand, you can scan from the shoulder to the elbow, then down, right down to the fingers. Check each finger. Do I feel the thumb separately from the first finger? Then do I feel first finger separate from the second finger? Likewise, check all five. So awareness of the left hand, the fingers will become high. Let's do the same with the right hand. From the shoulder, keep scanning downwards along the right hand. Down to the finger, identify each finger separately. Okay, let's now do it for the left leg. From the top of the leg, scan using your mind down to the knee. Scan the knee as well. Start feeling those areas, then keep going down from the knee right down to the individual fingers of the left leg. So the ankle, the bottom of that foot, top of that foot, and individual fingers separate from each other, you must feel by now, sense by now, and also visualize by now. Well, try to do it with the right leg as well. Right leg down to individual fingers. Okay, after that, start feeling the whole posture. So right now, right here, I am sitting and I am feeling the whole posture now. Keep scanning the whole posture again and again until the present moment awareness of the posture becomes very high. Present moment awareness of the posture becomes very high. Do it a few times now, alone. Okay, we will reset ourselves. You can change the posture if you want, and you can open your eyes. And just compare now your mind situation just before we started this meditation and just after we finished. Identify any difference that you feel. Identify any difference that you feel at the end, and you can type your experience, that difference, on the Padlet, which the link I am sharing now on in the chat. Okay, so click on that link which is in the chat, and like last time, jot down maybe at least by one sentence the difference you could achieve by comparing your state of the mind just before this meditation and just after the meditation. And please enter your index number at the top as well when you type. If you like, you can write even more than one sentence. Okay, we will go forward in the discussion. I will introduce a new meditation. From time to time, we can repeat these meditations in our future sessions as well. Okay, so we are going to discuss this meditation, loving kindness meditation. In Sinhala, it's Metta, Maitri Bhavana or Metta meditation. Okay, let me introduce. First, look at the screen. I will put certain situations or scenarios that people face in life. And think of you, I don't think you would like to face this kind of scenarios. Okay. So the anger, the sorrow, of course, they may have already become part of your life. Your mind may be familiar with these emotions. But of course, I'm sure you don't like them to take charge in your minds. The mental pain, the fear, the physical pain in the body, the physical illness, physical diseases, anxiety or stress or depression, then any resentments, hatred. So these, although they are small captures of the life, our mind don't like to face such scenarios, such situations. Yet we will have to face as well. Okay, so fear, for example, the happiness, the mental pain, they all you feel right there in the heart. So what I have summarized is that feeling of distaste or hostility that you feel from time to time regarding towards some people, or it may be towards some situations. You may feel distaste or hostility. So remember such experiences in your life, and you may have even today or yesterday, you may be able to remember. And you may generate this kind of distaste or resentment feeling in your mind at your own will. That means you are consciously generating such thoughts. That's one way this can happen. You may be consciously at your own will generating such thoughts, which in turn generates this feeling in the mind. Sometimes others will generate such thoughts or such feelings in your mind consciously. So they may be at will doing that to your mind. Maybe you don't like it, but still others can generate fear Others can generate anger by their words or actions in your mind. The third scenario is you may generate that kind of thoughts in your mind subconsciously, which means you may not be fully aware that it's happening. The end result, you might become aware that you are angry or you are down with sorrow. That kind of end result you may strongly feel. But while it is happening within the mind, you may not be aware. So due to your own thoughts, subconsciously it might arise. Or others can generate that in your mind without your awareness. Others can generate it with your awareness or without your awareness. So these are the 4 different ways that such kind of feelings will generate in our minds. And we need to get out of this kind of feelings. So we are trying to discuss how to do it. Now, hope the four ways it can happen is now clear to you. And when others do it for you, you are like a robot. And it's like that your remote controller, it's like you have lost control and someone has picked up your remote controller and they are making fun out of it by pushing different buttons in such a way that when they press one button of your remote control that they are in control now, they can generate fear in your mind. Check whether it has happened to you. Check the incidences this happened to you, that you lost the control and others took it and they are making fun out of it by creating fear in your mind. Or another button, when they press, your mind becomes sorrow. Other people have done it to you, I'm sure. Other people may have aroused your anger or hatred with your awareness or without your awareness. Most likely that it's happening in your mind without your awareness. But others are aware and they want you to generate such feelings, and they are mostly making fun by taking control of your mind. I'm sure we don't like this to happen, but it happens. But it's a way to get out of this kind of loss of control. In summary, that feeling of distaste or feeling of resentment or feeling of hostility is something that we don't want to have. We don't want our minds to generate that because it creates dissatisfaction, unhappiness. And the success we define to happiness in the life. So right at this moment, you become unsuccessful. And your success will be brought down. If you have questions, you can immediately ask by enabling your audio. Or if you don't want to do that, just type in with a message in the chat. So this feeling of distaste or hostility can come out of any physical suffering of the body, like illness, physical pain, or diseases. Or it can come out of mental sufferings, mental pain, anxiousness, depression, stress, etc. Or it can come out of fear being generated, or anger, hatred, sorrow, and any kind of resentment that comes. You can see the words at the bottom of the screen. These are the words people use to describe this feeling: aversion, resentment, ill will, antipathy, enmity, bitterness. I think that those words describe this feeling to some extent. In meditation, we use this word aversion to represent all kind of resentments. Aversion or ill will I will use hereafter, but other words are also okay. What's important is not the word, but the feeling you experienced in your mind. Okay, so everybody's question is, how do I re-engineer my thought process to erase aversion from my mind or resentments from my mind? If it is already there, it is the erase. If it is not there, how do I prevent it rising next time? So that kind of questions everybody face, but many people are unaware about the meditation techniques available to achieve this. This figure, I think you may remember from our last discussion. Have a look at it now again. You can see from at the subconscious level, small dislikes and resentments will appear. And if you keep thinking upon them, if you focus attention on them, they slowly become cognitive. That means they will be coming to the day-to-day level, cognitive level of your mind, and become beliefs and become part of your self-talk. Finally, the aversion or ill will arise to a level that it takes control of your mind, and you may not be able to see how to get out of it. As I mentioned earlier, the two ways that others can create aversion or ill will in your mind, and you also by consciously can create aversion or ill will. If you consciously create from your cognitive level, you are passing this kind of feelings to your subconscious level. And the others or yourself can do it the other way. It might start at the subconscious level and slowly come to the cognitive level. So when you consider the four methods I described earlier, you can see it can happen either way, from the top level to the subconscious level, or from the subconscious level to cognitive level. It will bounce back. Okay, so this may have already happened in your mind over a period of time now. You may have spent about decades, at least 2 decades in your life already. So during that time, these resentments, small dislikes will be already registered in the subconscious mind. And from time to time, they will come to the level of consciousness, and in your self-talk or cognitive behavior of the mind, you will start feeling them. And they can make you unhappy from time to time. Okay, then you have to ask yourself, is this worth to carry on? Carry on the anger or hatred or fear or sorrow? Carrying on that, will it help to increase my happiness or increase my success? Obviously, the answer is it's not worth to carry forward, and it will not help in your success. In fact, it will be the other way. It will reduce the happiness, reduce the success of your life. And that's why this meditation technique called loving kindness meditation is very important life skill for anyone. Okay, let's recap part of the theory we discussed last time. From one mental formation to another mental formation, we are able to change the state of our mind. The mental formation one, which we are discussing now, is this feeling of aversion. So the formation known as aversion appear in the mind. Of course, it is associated with the mental image of something or someone. But let's consider that as our mental formation one. Then, last time we discussed this, we can transfer it to a different mental formation. In this case, that formation is the Metta or the loving kindness formation. So this transfer is what we want to achieve. And remember, we discussed 3 steps in that. First step, then the transfer, then the volitional loop running as step 3. Okay, in the meditation theory, this is the step of generating awareness, present moment awareness about you and your state of the mind, state of the body. So that's in Sinhala, it's known as sati, the mindfulness. That's the first step. The second step is called purposeful visualization towards the new mental formation. We sometimes call this purposeful striving. And the technical word for that is mental volition. Then in the third step, we call them affirmations, which means we repeat the mental volition in such a way that the mind gets fully absorbed and start believing the second mental formation too. So complete absorption to mental formation 2 or mental image 2 is known as affirmation, and that will need multiple volitional loops. So this is what we are going to do in samatha meditations to transfer the mind from one bad state to a good state. So remember the 3 steps. First is generating that awareness, the mindfulness. Then second, purposeful visualization of the new formation. Third, run the loop in such a way to affirm the new mental formation so that the mind gets fully absorbed into it. That's the procedure we are going to carry out. Let's try it with a small example first, rather than the real meditation, whether we can check whether the mind is at least capable of doing these 3. Okay. Last time we did a similar exercise, but this time it's related to loving kindness. We will visualize a child in despair. It need not be this child, it could be any child in your mind as an image. Then we'll do volitions to change the scenario in such a way that the child is changed to a happy child. And then third step, we will allow the mind to get absorbed in it by affirmation step. Okay, those are the 3 steps we are going to do now. Okay, for a few minutes now, we will try. You can close your eyes. Close the eyes again and visualize a poor street child, a mental image you can recall, or you can even create. Visualize the face of the child and visualize the child hungry and crying, and you are there. Okay. While this mental formation is in your mind, identify what is the feeling associated with what I am visualizing now. Let your mind get fully absorbed into the mental image or formation. Just feel you are right there and this child is in front of you. Now move to step 2. Give food and clothing and love to this child. Visualize you doing it mentally. These are mental activities, volitions. So give that child food, give nice clothes, and give him love. And change the mental image of the child. Now smiling, not crying, wearing new clothes. And now go to the affirmation, repeat the mental volitions of recalling this new formation, new mental image, multiple times. Do it multiple times. Until your mind also becomes happy and contented about the new state the child is in. Identify the feeling when you have this mental image running in your mind now. Okay, you can open your eyes. These are the 3 steps we did. The first part is the awareness of creating that mental image, then changing the scenario, then getting absorbed into it so that the child will be happy. And the state of the mind is also always associated with the feeling of happiness, loving kindness with the second image. So we wanted to change from this child in despair to a happy child. Hope your mind was able to get that done. Now, instead of the child, can't I visualize myself? Instead of the child in despair, can't I visualize myself? And then what are the things for me to be in despair? Those are the physical sufferings as well as mental sufferings that you may have at the moment. And then like you change that child using volitions, you can change the mental image of yourself to be well and happy and to be free from anger, free from hatred. You can do that kind of a change. And then repeat the volitional loop until the mind gets believing in it and gets fully absorbed in it. So it's the same process we did for this child that we are going to do to oneself, yourself. Then you call it doing loving kindness to yourself. So that loving kindness meditation thought you generate in the mind and then repeat it to yourself until the affirmation happens and you start feeling good about yourself. This can be done as a mental activity through the self-talk that happens internally. That will change the mental image of yourself and the mental image of others as well. I mean, your mental image of others, you can change. Hope it's clear up to this point. So it's time for us to have our first break. We'll have 10 minutes break. After that, we will try to apply this to yourself as well as your mental image of the others. Okay, we will stop this discussion now. Have 10 minutes break and come back and join with from the other link, using the other link.